Going to give you some tips. And welcome to my Periscope. This is my second one of the day. This is Peri Tips. Just to there we go. This way, so I'm not so wiped out. There we go. Something like that. We're washed out. Come on, cleans up. Okay. Hi. Welcome. Thanks for joining my scope. My name is Barry Selby. Welcome to Periscope. This is my Peri Tips. Thank you, Betty. And anybody else who is out there, please invite your followers on Twitter, Facebook, and in Periscope. We're going to get started in a second. Welcome. Come on in. Come on in. Not yet. This is number 98. I've got 2 more to go, and I've got 1 more part of the Peri 10K, and I'll tell you about in a minute. So I may do a 4th one just to get it over the 100, or I may wait till tomorrow. We'll see. I'm actually blown away it's that close, and after what I forgot the name, did a 100th scope today, part of our group, I was kind of like, damn, I'm so close as well. So let me get back to base. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for coming in. If you're first time here, please swipe right on the iPhone, swipe down on the Droid, tap on follow me, and please share with your followers, and also put it on Twitter and Facebook, etc., and tap the screen for hearts. I'm going to get busy and talk about Periscope. What am I calling it? The Periscope. I wrote it down somewhere. I'm making notes and I didn't write down the title. It's Periscope preparation. It's pre-Periscope preparation. Yeah. It was the 3 Ps. Let me hang a second. I had to make my notes. I got notes everywhere. Yes, it's the Periscope preparation practices. That was what it was. Periscope preparation practices. So thanks for coming in. Thanks for sharing with your followers. If you're coming in for the first time, just tap on the screen. Sorry, tap in the comments and quite new, so I know you're first time. For those of you who don't know me, that's right. I've got notes and I put them all down on the couch, and I now have to get up and put them on the table. So I've got hands full now. Thanks for coming in. My name is Barry Selby. I am known as the Heartbreak Repair Specialist. I'm in LA, yes, indeed. Golden era. Golden era? I'm sure the context of that. Basically, let me do this way. Maybe it'll be a little bit more of a contrast. I'm trying to see which is the least like whited out. My phone's doing. That's a bit better. I've got more color now. I was wiped out. Your first time. Great to have you here. If you want to follow my scopes, and I do 2-day scopes a day, which is my love scope just did, which is very powerful. And if you want to watch this, please follow me on Periscope so you can see my upcoming scopes. I do a love scope, and this is my Peri Tips, do once every day, plus some other stuff I'm doing with other groups. So, if you're new to Periscope, I got some keys to help you. If you're used to Periscope, these may refine, remind you, and revise some stuff you're doing. From Kazakhstan, okay. You're from Kazakhstan? I'm not sure what that means. Okay, I know, close to New Frontier. Oh my God. So, today's topic of Periscope, I just had this thought to do this because I've seen so many people jump on a Periscope and then fumble for 10 minutes like I almost did for 30 seconds to be ready. And so I want to give you some keys to make your life easier. So this is the Periscope preparation practices, 3 Ps. Now I've covered these in separate scopes over the last 4 weeks. I've been doing Peri Tips every day. I thought I'd just distill them down for you now to be joining me. So please, if you join me for the first time, please swipe right on the iPhone, swipe down on the Droid, tap on follow me, and then also share it on Twitter, share it with your followers, invite your friends to follow. I appreciate you being here. And again, if you haven't done Periscope before, tapping on the screen gives hearts, and I'm accumulating hearts today because I really want to build that up because it's fun to do that too. So thanks for joining me. Yes, OBE. I'm in the wrong country now. I don't think they give me them when you're overseas. Although, yeah, no, I don't think they give out OBEs for Periscope. But thank you for that, Ian. I appreciate it. So again, my name is Barry Selby, and by the way, all my archives are stored here on catch.me/Barry Selby. Again, that's catch.me/Barry Selby. That's where all my archive scopes are stored, and I'll tell you about that again in a moment about things you do for Periscope to make your job, your sharing and your content better. Because that's what I'm about, is Periscope being a useful platform for conversation, communication, and sharing. Hey, put in a good word for me, Ian. That'll help. So, this is, again, Periscope preparation practices. Okay, put that note down. Done with that one. So, when you do Periscope, this just gets the content now. Sorry, I'm just trying to make my hands light of all the stuff I've got in my hands. How do I say this? Periscope's an open vehicle. You can do anything you want on it. Personally, I value Periscopes that have content in them because I'll watch them. They have something to give me value, and ideally that's what I give you guys too. In this case, I'm giving you value about how to use Periscope versus the content I usually do in my love scopes. So having something to share is useful. Yeah, makes sense. So I'm doing these in pairs. Yes, I'm doing these in pairs. I'm going to make sure I have that way. I know she's, yeah, definitely use a 28.8 modem. That's, thank you, Ian. So, you do Periscope and you want to broadcast on it. So that's great, you want a Periscope. Well, first of all, get clear. How you doing? You want to know your what and your why. I'm doing these two at a time. Thank you. I don't like these shirts. And I try to wear dress shirts because it's a bit classier than just t-shirts and stuff when I'm doing scopes, unless I'm out riding my bike. So this is my business scope, you know, more professional looking. Don't wear a tie, but you know. So, first key. I'm going to give you, it's actually going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doubles. So I'm going to give you one double now, which is the what and the why. If you're going to do a scope, think about why you want to do it and what do you want to share. Sounds simple, but a lot of times people jump on the scope and go, thanks for joining me, and that's about all the scope's got in it. It's so boring, you know. Thank you. And again, if you find, and I'm going to recap this through the scope as a reminder, because it's something I'll teach you to do as well when you're doing Periscope, and people join in, you watch the count on the bottom of the screen go up. Oh, you're taking notes now. Good, I'm glad I could help. When you're doing Periscope, you see the count go up and down. If people join your scope, keep reminding them, please, to swipe right on the iPhone, swipe down the drawer and tap follow me if you haven't followed me before, and also tap on Twitter to share it, and also the share button so you can share it with your followers, because then it builds up the momentum, shares the message. Also, by the way, I'll get to that in a minute, so I'm jumping ahead of myself. That's why it's good to have notes. I'll tell you that in a minute. You know, having notes is useful. That's actually number 5 and 6. I'll get to that soon. So first of all, what and your why. What do you want to share and why do you want to share it? Because Periscope is a powerful tool, but it's really annoying when people share on scopes for an hour with nothing to share. It wastes my time and everybody else is watching. So give value. So that's key. Thank you, Minister Sebian. Appreciate that. So that's number 1. And again, doing these in 5 pairs. So first pair is what and why. Know why you want to share. Good to have, okay? Second one is once you've got that, then you can come up with the title. So I talk about this as a pair again. Title and the first screen. What I mean is, when you do Periscope, what I've done is, and I taught this in one of my own previous scopes, in your phone or your Android, in your iPhone or your Droid, you should have a Notes app or something like that. I pre-write my titles in Notes, so I can just copy and paste them into my scopes. It saves me trying to figure out when I'm starting a scope, what do I want to write about, what do I want to talk about. So again, first key pair is what and why. What do you want to scope for on, and why do you want to do it? That gives you the idea to put the title together. Set up your title in another app. I use Notes because it's just easy to rewrite it, change it, edit it, stuff like that. Then copy and paste that in Taiwan. Nice to have you here. Thank you. Again, if you just joined me, please share this on Facebook, Twitter, etc. And also the tap screen for hearts. I appreciate welcoming the hearts coming in. Up to 500 at a time. You can't give more than that, even though it says you can. But 500 is all that counts. So if you do up to 500 hearts and you do that in like 2 minutes, you can always go out and come back in again. That's another key for Periscope support people, just so you know. Thank you for the hearts. So, putting your title in first, and also, sounds silly, because people start doing this at the beginning, because they're walking along the road and doing Periscope, they're starting their scope with their phone down. So you get a picture of feet, because for some reason Periscope has not changed this yet, it's always been that way, is Periscope shows the first screen with the back-facing camera, not the front-facing camera. So it's always useful, ideal, to have a different background each time so people can identify your scope. How many hearts count? 500 hearts is the max you can do at a time. So you keep tapping the screen up to 500, and basically once you go over 500, no more counts. You can do 700, 800, I did 4,000 once. 500 counted. So that's the limit of how many you can give right now. They haven't changed that. But if you want to go out and come back in again, you can start over. That's one of the things I learned about Periscope. It's another way of supporting people if you want to do that. And I do that with my friends. So I don't mind that given back to me. Hint, hint. So, sorry, I've got my notes here. Let me do this. Okay. So again, what and the why is your content. Why do you want to do this? Create a title that matches that, and then have a screen, have your picture, your phone shooting something that's different each time, so if you can find your scope and look at it later and go, oh, that looks interesting, and double tap the screen to come back to you. That's actually the second pair. All right. Third pair, and this is kind of a silly one. Actually, they're both kind of silly, but they're useful. Airplay mode and bathrooms. I've seen people, and I did it myself by mistake, and I've done it a few times now, so I want to say for you and for me to remember, when you're doing a Periscope, if your phone rings during the scope, it cuts off your Periscope. That's no fun if you're getting deep into content. So put your phone in airplane mode. I'm not sure this is on the Android, but the same thing on both. Put it in airplane mode so the phone is muted, so that way you do your scope uninterrupted. When you're doing Periscope, most things don't interrupt the application, like other people's scoping. When the announcing screen comes up, it doesn't show on the scope you're doing if you're leading the scope. That's a key, by the way. So you get clarity that way. But phone calls will interrupt. Yusuf, good to have you here, my brother. I'm doing peri tips today. I'm going to give you 10 tips in 5 pairs. So I'm glad you joined me. Again, please tap the screen for hearts, and also please invite your followers on Twitter, Facebook, and share it on your followers in Periscope. I'll come back. I shall go back to scan from the beginning really fast, because we're halfway through. We'll get to this right now. First, get clear about your what and your why, which is your content. Why do you want to do Periscope? What do you want to share? And then put that together. Second thing is having a clear message in your title that conveys that, so people know why they want to follow you. Put something useful in there. Don't put in like, watch me or untitled. It's boring, and I probably won't get followers. So be clear with your information. Second point of that is have your first screen chosen. What you're going to shoot at first, because that's going to be the first thing people see before they see your face. Key thing. Third pair, airplane mode and bathrooms. Airplane mode means turn your phone into airplane mode so it doesn't distract and interrupt your scopes. The other part is relieve your bladder, because that interrupts your scopes as well when you're dying to go to the bathroom and you've got scopes gone 20 minutes. So when in airplane mode, it's considered then to be under the Wi-Fi when Periscope. Yes, you make sure your Wi-Fi is turned on, by the way. Thank you for the context. Sorry, I always shoot Wi-Fi, so I forget this. When you're in airplane mode, you can't get signal outside usually. So make sure you're in Wi-Fi when you're doing that. If you're using it out in the world, you can't turn it onto airplane mode because you need to have the cell connection. That's true. Yes, you're right. Thanks for that. Appreciate that, sir. You're always good at giving me the refinements. Yusuf, by the way, is a massive, smart social media, WordPress, savvy guy too. I'm a nerd, but he's a super nerd. He knows stuff way better than I do. So follow Yusuf, by the way. So yeah, go to the bathroom first. It sounds so simple, but I've seen people shifting around because they don't say it on camera, but they need to go to the bathroom first to be comfortable on camera. It sounds silly, but it's true. That's third pair of keys. Fourth one is bullet points. I've made a note sheet like this, a crib sheet, just got all my notes and it's all scrawled out, but it keeps me on track. And I see people doing scopes where they're like, starting here, then they're over there, then they're over there, then they're over there, then they're over there. It's not logical. It's not helping you. I'm passionate about people giving content on Periscope. One of my missions, it seems to be, is educate people about Periscope being an educational, content-filled, joyful, celebratory function. So be on point. So have bullet points, notes before you start, and stay on point. And that's the one that I'm working with, because sometimes the scopes comments that come up can be very distracting. And when I first did Periscope, it was a mess. I'm getting better now still, but when people put comments and answer their questions, I can get pulled off track. It's like, what was I saying? Where do I get back to? So stay on point. That's points number, that's the fourth pair of points. Last pair of points, and this is what I want to talk about as a key, is really clear. And this is my bigger message. So when you do Periscope, like in any part in life, connect and serve. Make a connection through Periscope to the audience, make sure they get you, and you share with them, and you hopefully support them where they want to go, and serve what they're looking for. If it's entertainment, be entertaining. If it's education, be educational. If it's inspirational, be inspirational. I mean, it sounds simple, but it's that clear. A lot of people do scopes for themselves. I tend to do Periscopes, because sometimes I do lean off of that, for you, not for me. Yes, it's selfish because I'm teaching stuff I know, but my message is, my intention is that you get value out of the scope I do, and you have a better day because of it, whether it's through a joke, or through a teaching, or through heart connection, or through something of usefulness. Because what Periscope is a tool. We get to use it any way we want, A knife is a tool. You can do it for slicing bread, or you can hurt somebody with it. Sorry, that was a bad example. But I hope you get what I mean. Periscope is up to us what we do it for. It can be wasting time, or it can be filling time with content and value. I'm about the latter. So that's my message on that one. So that's really the 5 double points. I'm going to go back and cover again if you just join me so you can get a recap. And by the way, a quick reminder, I do peri-tips every day, as well as my love scopes, and I store them because after Periscope drops after 24 hours, you can always find them on catch.me. Catch.me, which is this site here, katch.me/barryselby. That's where you find all my scopes that are stored before yesterday, 24 hours ago. In fact, they get stored right away from Periscope anyway, but from 24 hours and longer, they're gone from Periscope completely. So all my Periscope peri-tips and my love scopes are all on there. You can store them. You can watch them anytime you want. You need a good browser for that, because the Flash doesn't work so well on some of the older browsers I found out, like Internet Explorer. Yeah, so that's that. So recapping again, so get to my crib sheet. If you're using Periscope and you want to get better at how to broadcast, how to share and broadcast, here's key tips. 5 pairs of keys. First pair, get clear on your what and your why. What is it you want to teach, the content you're going to deliver? Why are you going to be on Periscope that day, that moment, that time? Be clear, get focused, know what you're sharing. Thanks for the hearts, by the way. You're tapping on the screen. Second pair is, when you've got that, you can then write a good title to put on your Periscope. People know while you're talking. They want to come follow you and check you out and see what you're up to. And that second part of that is to also be clear what screenshot you're taking, as the back screen camera picks up the first thing you shoot before you do your scope. Third pair is one, airplane mode if you're doing under Wi-Fi. At least turn off your notifications if you can during the scope, so you have less things blocking you when you're doing Periscope. Thanks for that, Yusuf, for clearing up for me. And second part is sounds silly, but go to the bathroom first. Handle your needs, handle your biological needs, so you can be present on the camera to do your Periscope. Same as if you go on stage, you want to do that beforehand. Same idea, because you're on stage on Periscope, so you want to be clear about that. Fourth pair is bullets and be on point. Make a list of what you're going to say if you need to, just so you can keep track, focused, on point, focused, and be on point with your message. Stay clear to what you're saying, what you're delivering. So your Periscope's one thing: delivered, produced, educational, awesome. Like you're doing a keynote at Periscope Summit, for example. You're staying on point. Just saying. And the fifth pair of points is connection to the audience, connect to who you're talking to, so you're talking to them, not at them, and also being of service. Deliver something they can go away with that values, improves their life. My work in my coaching, and my other work is to leave my clients better off than I found them, kind of thing. I want to help them out, have them be a better value, better life, better experience that day. So if you have a better day because of what I said, I'm grateful, because I've reached you, I've served you, I've connected with you. That's my work. So that's it. Any questions, any thoughts before I sign up? Because that's my 10 points, delivered in fast passion. Yeah, and I'm actually, by the way, quick one. Catch.me/barryselby is where archives are. That's where I actually have all my archives stored of my Periscopes. You want to watch my archives for Peri tips and love? You're welcome. Glad I could help you. Supercharger Judith. Okay. Glad I could help. Yeah, I do teach stuff on Periscope. If you want to reach out, I can help you with that as well. It's okay. You can go back and watch it from the beginning. Katya. I'm actually... No problem. We're going live in 10 minutes, so I wanted to get my 2 scopes out of the day. So this is number 9798, I think. Yeah, 9798. And number 99 is going to be in the share-a-thon at 1 o'clock. So I'll be ready for that. So this is 10. I just gave 10 tips. Oh, Fabian, cool. Yeah, he's part of the Peri 10K. Yes, I'm in the share-a-thon. It's going to be fun. This is a 10-minute life story. It's going to be really fun. So follow me. If you're not already following me on Periscope, please tap white bright on the iPhone, swipe down on the Droid, tap on follow me. Yeah, Fabian, 10 kids. That's a family. I mean, that's 3 separate families. Family he had, family his wife had, and family had together. That's incredible. That's a lot of work. I'm amazed he has time to do Periscope. He's running has 5 companies or 3 companies and 10 kids. If he can do Periscope, anybody can do Periscope. So, please follow me on Periscope, because I'll be posting when we join the Peri 10K. Share-a-thon starts in 8 minutes, so he's awesome too. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. Please share this with your followers. Share the replay. The replay's up for 24 hours. Share that with your friends. Watch it again. That's 10 keys I just gave you. 10 keys in 20 minutes. That's pretty damn good. And I'm slowing down, so it's pretty good. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for the love. Follow me every day. I do a Peri tips every day, and I do a love scope every day. The love scope, I touch some people. That was a beautiful experience. I'm grateful I had to share that one. And the people who joined me got value. So grateful for that. So that's my 2 for the day before I do my share-a-thon at 1 o'clock Pacific time, because I'm in the Pacific region. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following me. I look forward to seeing you in my future Periscopes, and I'll be following you too, probably. So that's it. Take care of yourselves. Have a great day, and I'll be back with more soon. Bye.